Is it motivation or discipline that you need to achieve any success in life? Hey, Coach Nye here, Mind Over Sport. Thanks for taking a minute with me today. Really appreciate it. You know, we get that. Where do you find that happy balance between you want to succeed at something, you want to reach a goal? What's it going to take? Is it motivation or is it discipline? It's both. I mean, obviously, it's both. But when it comes to accomplishing goals and working towards success, first thing people seem to look for is motivation. If only motivation was there to act, achieving the goal would take care of itself, of course. But they think it's discipline that's getting in their way of achieving success. They have motivation, or at least the desire, yet the ability within themselves to put forth consistent efforts isn't there. So what is it? Do we need motivation or discipline to reach our goals? Well, it's not actually an either or question, to be honest with you. Motivation and discipline play into one another, and they're equal and important for setting down path towards your goals and successes. What we need to do, it all starts with motivation. After all, you first need to have a desire, destination before you can work in a disciplined manner towards that end goal. So motivation maybe comes first. You can call it that, motivation. You can call it the desire, the ambition, the purpose, or any other word that you think of that maybe reminds or is all the same and reminds you what you need to do. You need a reason for working towards a goal in order to achieve that. Discipline, as you find out as you move forward, is very powerful. But what's the point of being disciplined if it's not put forth towards a certain target? Think about it. You have to perform things day in, day out that equals the motivation towards your goal. If you're just doing them for the sake of doing them, the habits, the routines, and you have the first sign of any adversity, that will send your discipline fleeing out the door. That's why you have to really look at first the motivation. Now, a lot of people may get stumped at this point and feel frustrated. Why? Because they've been searching for motivation and have yet not to find any. But the truth is, motivation I'm talking about is not about a deep surge from within to get up and act. No, motivation you need is understanding the purpose or the why behind your actions. So first, again, finding your why. Motivation should come from something outside of yourself. While the aim of the ambition may be external, the reason for our action must come from within. It's easy to get caught up with thinking about motivation, this magical thing that springs upon us as after watching a motivational video or listening to someone talk. But that kind of motivation is really just a picture, just a fantasy. Real motivation stems from the reason you want to work towards that goal in the first place. There is the reason that you need to refer to your why. If you're struggling for motivation or to find it, ask yourself, why do I want to work towards this goal in the first place? True motivation comes from understanding the question, why? Once you go beyond the hype and everything else, you find your purpose. The purpose will be the driving force behind your actions. Now, transitioning from motivation to discipline might not be as easy as you think it will be, but you still need to find or feel as though you're waiting for motivation to come within. That's where discipline comes into play. Trust me, if you're searching for a spark of motivation that is going to propel you towards action, you'll be looking for a long time, my friend. Yeah, maybe you'll find something that gives you the boost, but it will quickly fade. You need discipline to get yourself started, and more importantly, to keep yourself going even when the times are tough. So, what exactly does discipline look like for you? So, you need to take small steps towards some success. Working towards your goals, no matter what they may be, can seem like a daunting task. I get that. The huge mountain in front of you you're asking yourself to climb appears totally impossible. Total discipline can seem equally as scary. But it's not about taking leaps and bounds towards your goal, but rather very small steps each and every day. That is what it means to be disciplined. It comes with actions that need to be taken each day. Break them down to seem bearable, and then start moving towards your progress. One of the fastest ways I find to eliminate any motivation you may have been feeling overwhelmed. This occurs when you try to do too much too fast. You will, as days move on, do more than you think you can do. That's great. That's because your discipline is growing. So your time with actions will grow as well. But however, trying to force this, you can quickly turn yourself away from the work altogether. By taking smaller steps, you don't require yourself to be overly disciplined in the beginning and allow your growth to happen naturally. So using motivation and discipline to achieve success. They're both equally important. Now you need to learn how to leverage both in a strategic manner so you can amplify your chances of reaching your goals even better. To use both motivation and discipline, it's good to have a framework to follow. That's why I come up with some steps to help you along your way. So step 1, find your why. As we discussed, you need to have a purpose, deep with purpose within yourself as to why you want to go and sacrifice your way towards your goals. So instead of searching for that motivation, turn your focus inward and find your own why. Step 2, come up with one action you'll take to accomplish your goal. You can't do it all at once. You got to take your time, small steps, remember? Self-discipline is all about creating habits and routines. After you hold yourself accountable for long enough, less and less discipline is required. Not because you're no longer performing the action, but because it has turned into a habit. So after you identify your why and have gained an understanding of it, pick out one action you'll start with. Don't worry about choosing the perfect one, just pick one and then do it. Step 3, you got to do it daily. Make it daily. The goal is to make your actions routine so you do not require so much motivation down the road. So this reason you need to make it at a point to put forth effort towards your goal each and every day. So when you do feel motivation lacking or having a difficult time disciplining yourself, refer back to your why. Step 4, slowly start and add more actions as you move along. As the first action you decide upon forms into a habit, start adding another one. Once that one becomes a habit, add another one. What you realize is that at any given time, you're only asking yourself to really be disciplined on one action. All others, habits that you form, you always want to keep going back to your why. And you feel like quitting at that time, you go back to your why. See, if your why is strong enough, you'll never lack the motivation. The process, and this process, feeds on itself, becoming a nice cycle that propels you towards your goals. But it only happens because you have first outlined your purpose and are always reminding yourself to take small steps towards success. So my final part here is that it's not a question of you being disciplined, having a motivation, but it's how you apply yourself and how you can reach your goals. Motivation comes from within. Otherwise, it will be just a fleeting feeling you'll have constantly searching for. That's why any goal you want to accomplish must begin by identifying the deeper reasoning behind your desire to success. Let me repeat that. Any goal you want to accomplish must begin by identifying the deeper reason behind your desire for success. From there, just allow discipline to take over. Use small steps. Push yourself along your journey, your progress, or process. By doing so, you are leveraging both motivation and self-discipline to give yourself the chance of succeeding. And that doesn't matter what goals you have, what aspirations you have. That's how you're going to succeed. I hope you found these tips helpful and the reasoning behind motivation and discipline, how they interact with each other. If you have any further questions you want to need some answers for, please contact Coach Nye at mindoversport.com or check out our website at mindoversport.ca. Remember to like the video here, push the button down below, share with others, and again, I appreciate you joining in with me today. Be determined out there and be the change that you want to be. Till next time, bye for now.